Scorpio, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol. This is going to be a general reading for you for June 2025. And in today's reading, we're going to be doing the reading called Moving Beyond Illusion. And it is a reading that I've done before on the channel. It's also one of my readings that I'm offering to you for a personal reading if you're interested. The link is in my description box and it's also in my comment section. So what we're going to look at in this reading is we're going to look at the false idea or belief that you have about yourself that you need to become aware of. And really that's what tarot is. It's everything that you already know about yourself, but it's something that I will bring awareness to in my readings. And so after we do that, we're going to look at what shadow aspect is driving or impacting this illusion. And so we're going to be doing a little bit of shadow work in the second part. And I'm going to look at, you know, what from childhood or adolescence is it that's sitting in your unconscious or your shadow that is having the most impact on this. And it's going to be what's driving it, because there's a real need for you to heal this illusion or this belief that you have about yourself. And then finally, we're going to look at how can you begin to heal the shadow aspect so that you can move beyond this illusion that you have of yourself. And so in order to do this reading, I've decided to use the Deviant Moon Tarot, which is a new deck that I've acquired. And it's definitely a deck that where, you know, it's made up of illusions and imagination. So I thought that's a great deck to pull out for this reading. And then I'm going to clarify that with the Radiant Rider-Waite. And then I'm going to pull out an oracle card for you, Return of the Spirit, And yeah, we'll look at that right at the end. I'll leave it till the end. So I think that's all I wanted to say. I think so. Yeah. So I hope you're all doing well in this crazy-ish crazy world out there. Yeah, and you're remembering to ground yourself. Just keep yourself grounded, and it's the best you can do in everything you're doing. Keep yourself grounded. Do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of journaling with what's coming up, with anything I'm feeling, especially my emotions. So let's start off, Scorpio. What false idea or belief about yourself do you need to become aware of? One card for Scorpio. Oh, all right. So I'm going to keep these two. I wanted one card. The other one's fell. So I'm just going to put that one there. And this is the Knight of Wands, an interesting one here for you. And then what shadow aspect is driving or impacting this Knight of Wands here? The belief system that you have. I want one card for that, please. There it is. You have the Seven of Wands. And finally, how can you begin to heal the shadow aspect? This is advice from the tarot and how you can begin to heal the shadow aspect. Ooh. All right, we'll take these two since they're on the table. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I do sometimes pick them off the ground, but it was just because I asked for one. And yeah, so we'll clarify these three. So let's do the Knight of Wands. A couple cards for that. One more. Take that one. Seems to want to come out. The Ace of Wands in reverse. And the Strength card. It was making its way out. Okay, the Seven of Wands. A couple clarifiers for the Seven of Wands. right, so you have the Moon card, and behind it you have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands. A couple cards for that to clarify. Tell me some more about these two cards. All right, you have the Death card, and the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. And I'm going to pull out your Oracle card, but we'll keep it for the end, just so that I remember. And Oracle card for Scorpio. Final message here. Not gonna lie, this has been the hardest one to get out for all my readings. Usually I haven't had difficulty getting it out, but there we go. All right, we'll keep that right there. There was something important to tell you. That's why it took so long. Okay, let's begin, Scorpio. So what false idea or belief about yourself do you need to become aware of right now? You have a part of you, and this is the Nine of Wands here. The Knights in my deck are a part of you that I call a freedom fighter. And there are 4 of them, and you know, the suit means something, so I'll talk about it in a minute, but the Knights are a part of you. It's an adolescent part of you, and we all have this part. It's that part that is struggling to have their freedom, to move towards their authenticity. It's that one, that part of you that, if you think of an adolescent and how they want their freedom and they want nothing more than to do what they want to do. They don't want to accept conformity, this part right here. They will die for the right to be who they are. And so they'll question all the norms around them. They want to break the rule. They'll break the rules. It's that part that will pull you all the time, will try to pull you towards your authenticity. And it's the Wands, so it's very much that part of you that wants to move you towards your creative purpose. And when I say creative, I mean, it could mean the smallest step for you, you know, but it's a huge one for you, and it's about putting yourself first. It's about doing something for yourself, something that you want to do, something that you've always wanted to do. And so there's this real pull, and maybe you can feel it, and you know what it is, right? It's just like you're just bursting to get out there and be free and run and take off, and so, but oftentimes, because this part of you, like I said, it's an adolescent part, so it's been with you for a long time, and it's struggling, and so it can have, because it's been struggling so much, maybe you've been feeling like this ungrounded anger. Like, it can be angry. If you have this part of you that, you know, lashes out at other people, and the wrong people at the wrong time, that is that part of you that has this ungrounded anger that you need to ground and get out, right? And often because, like I said, it's been fighting so long and wanting to get you towards your creative purpose, it will feel quite hopeless. And so maybe, you know, maybe you've been in and out of some bouts of depression, and that will definitely be that part of you as well. And so there's that real pull that maybe you're feeling it right now. And then you've got this Ace of Wands in reverse, and there's the wand again. So the ace by itself is like a gift. It's an offer from the universe. It's a creative offer here. It's like, here's a gift for you, Scorpio. Like, here's the chance. This is your chance to put yourself first. This is your chance to be creative, to go towards something you've always wanted to do. But there's this huge fear, resistance, block to taking this gift from the universe. And so there's a real belief in you that there's no way that you can do this next step that you're wanting to do in your life. Whatever it is, it's like it's related to you, and it's related to putting yourself first. And like I said, it could be something you've always wanted to do, and it's just something different. It might be something like people are looking at you going, are you crazy? Why would you want to do this? And so, and you're starting to really, lose belief, trust in yourself that you can do this. And maybe you're feeling hopeless. That's where that hopelessness is coming in, right? Because you have that night that's just tugging at you, and then you're just like, you can't do this. You don't feel like you can do it. You don't feel like, for whatever reason, you can do this. And here's the strength card that comes in, and it says, here's just a reminder that says, you can do this. You can face your fears. This woman is prying open the jaws of this lion. It's like, this is more of a card of like inner journey where you can face your fears. You can go in and face this depression maybe that you're feeling, these bouts of depression, or, face this, get angry, and maybe, because a lot of times when we get angry and in a real grounded way, there's some real grief that's hidden behind that. And so this is about like, you can face these emotions. And so there really is a belief, like I said, that, you can't do this for yourself. You can't do this next step, whatever it is for you. And that you're being pulled in that direction. But it's like, no, for whatever reason, you're doubting that you can do this. And so what is it what's in your shadow that's driving this doubt, or it's impacting this, you and your inability to do what you want to do? Well, you have the 7 of Wands, and here's the Wands again. So we've been talking so far just about, we've had 3, cards that have spoken about Wands. And that's, again, your creative purpose, your, moving towards that. But when you were younger, I think there was a part of you that was very much, maybe you were adventurous, and maybe you were somebody that was very, very into like wanting to do new things for yourself, try new things. And I think when you were younger, when you would come out and express any desire to want to do something, or maybe it could be this exact thing right now that you want to do, you didn't get a lot of support. This is a card where this individual is very lonely here and very alone. And they're standing up here on this rock, and you have all these other people around you going, you get down from that. Like, who do you think you are? You come down, right? And so I think this is what's happening is when you decide that, okay, I'm going to put myself first, I'm going to do this for me, you're hearing these voices like, who do you think you are? Because when you tried this when you were younger, whatever it was, or, this, to do something new for yourself, or put yourself first, you were very much discouraged and put back in your place and said, no, we don't do that. We're not doing that, or you're not doing that. And then you have this this moon card that comes out right underneath the 7 of Wands. And the moon card speaks about things that are hidden, right? These weird creatures come out of the water when there's a moon, a full moon. And so there's something here that's hidden, I think, in your shadow that you're not aware of, that, there might have been like an incident, something that was traumatic to you. As a child, when we were discouraged from doing things, it brings on a lot of anger, especially if you're a teenager and you're told no. That would bring on a heck of a lot of anger. And it would also bring on a lot of grief, right? Because there's something, because you feel like you don't matter. If you've expressed that you want to do it and you were told for some reason or other why you can't do it. And so there's something that's hidden here that's related to, you know, you not being able to do something. And then you have the Nine of Cups that comes right underneath that. And the Nine of Cups is this individual in an upright position who has, and remember, this isn't the Ten of Cups. We're almost at the end here, but this is the 9, and he's already quit. He's already said, I'm going to put all my cups, which are our emotions, our desires, our wishes, I'm going to put them all up here, and I'm done. I'm done with, you know, I've maybe done all the feeling I want to do, and I've done all the healing I want to do, and I don't have to do it anymore. And just the whole, you know, his body language of crossing his arms and says, I'm done, I don't want anymore. But if you were to take this blue blanket off, this cover here, and there's one cup that's left. But I think when you were younger, you just kind of went, you shut down. Like you shut down dreaming, you shut down wishing, you shut down your emotions around this because you felt like you didn't matter. So this card is very much a card of shutting down your emotions. And like I said, it's a card of dreaming and wishing. And I think when you didn't get the support, when you didn't get the validation when you were younger, then you shut down. And so what's happening is you are repeating this cycle. And so every time you go to dream of something, you go, well, I'm going to get shut down anyway. Like I won't be able to do it anyway. And so you're repeating that. And that's what you have to become aware of. And that's what you have to break. And that's what you have to heal. And so how do you begin to heal this? You have the Ace of Pentacles right here. It's another ace on the table. And the Pentacle talks about the body. The Pentacle talks about grounding. It's the earth element, and it's an offer from the universe, and it says, here's another chance for you. I think what you need to do though is to get grounded, because right now you're very much up in your head and you're telling yourself all these things of why you can't do this, and you're repeating the same lines over and over that the adults around you when you were younger would have said to you. But you're forgetting now that you need to go in your body. You need to ground and get back in your body, because there's some emotions that are associated with you being told when you were younger, you can't do this. And there's one more cup, one more emotion that you need to get to. Maybe some more emotions, but you're not done. You shut down when you were younger. We need to go back, and you need to feel that one cup that you didn't want to feel, that you put away, that you shut down. And right behind this Ace of Pentacles, this is, oh, you need to get back in your body, you need to ground. And then you come out with the King of Wands. Well, the King is our ego self. It's the masculine side of us. And the King wants absolutely nothing to do with emotions. And it'll definitely tell you, don't you dare go back in your body, because the King wants you to stay up in your head. And it's the Wand again. So the King says, you know, this creative stuff, this wanting you to, you know, take a risk, go out and do what you want to do for yourself, put yourself first. Well, our ego self is very protective, very scared part. It only believes in status quo. It wants you to play it safe. It wants you to stay safe. There's not one part of this ego self right now that wants you to go out on that limb and to take that next step and do what you want to do, put you first. Yeah, it's just, it's scared. And it's a part that protected us when we were younger, and it continues to want to protect us now, because it still thinks that we're in childhood. And we have to really listen. When you hear those things that are telling you, all those negative thoughts of telling you why you can't do this, that's your ego trying to stop you and block you. And, you know, and it's, like I said, it's a petrified part. And underneath these, the clarifiers for these two cards, the first one is the Death card. And The Death card speaks about, you see these dead bodies here on the ground, and they're being trampled over by this horse, and this knight's walking through the skeletal horse, and this card speaks about, like, there's things that have to go. There are people that have to go. There are habits that have to go. So what is it in your surroundings? Like, I think, we talked about how as soon as you hear these thoughts in your head, and that's what's blocking you from doing this, well, what is it? What sort of habits, what sort of things have to go in your life? Is it a person? You could have people right now. When you were younger, you had people that were not supportive, did not support you or validate you and for what what you wanted to do for yourself. Are there people that are not supporting you? Are there people that sound like that King of Wands saying, this is a stupid idea. Why would you want to do that? Oh, I wouldn't do that. Or are these people, these same people with the same ideas that they had when you were younger, telling you the same things? Are there people that you need to let go of? If not let go, are there people that you need to kind of get a distance from and go, you know what? They're not the ones that I want to listen to right now. This is what I want to do. I'm feeling the pull to go in this direction and do this for myself. And I need to surround myself with only people that are going to support me. And the universe also says, like, you have this page. This page of swords shows up, and it's in reverse, which tells me that they're blocked. And the pages in my deck are inner children. And so this is the page that holds the sword of truth, the sword of your authenticity. It's that younger part of you, an inner child, about 4, 5, 6 years old, who knew who they were. You knew when you were 4, 5, 6 years old what you were meant to do. You knew what your purpose was, what your creative purpose, that passionate thing that you wanted to do that would bring you all this joy in your life, give you purpose. And it's in reverse because it needs to be listened to. This is the inner child that needs to be listened to, needs to be healed. We need to listen to this part because it was shut down when you were younger, right here with these 7 of people not supporting you. It was shut down, your true authentic self here. And so I get in touch with my inner children, the ones that hold my big emotions from childhood or my big memories. I journal to them and I talk to them, and they tell me who they were. They tell me what they wanted to do or what they want. And so I'll leave you with a journaling video at the end to help you journal from your emotions and help you get in touch with that inner child because it needs healing. There's a part here that has some real emotions around, and like I said, maybe they're anger, and it's around going towards your authenticity and not being allowed to do what you wanted to do. And then you end with the Queen of Wands, and we talked about the King of Wands. It's interesting you got both of them here. So the King, we said, was a masculine side. The King is our ego self. The Queen, on the other hand, is our feminine side. Has nothing to do with gender. We have this feminine side right here, and we always have the feminine and the masculine battling it out because the masculine doesn't want to have anything to do with these feminine qualities that have been repressed for a long time. And it's no surprise that it's the Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of creativity. Beautiful feminine quality is to be creative, to put yourself first. And in order to do that, it's someone that's very much in touch with their emotions, someone that's very much in touch with their intuition, and they know which way they're supposed to go, right? So, and she can sometimes be as well, and because she's battling she's been really fighting a long time to come out as well, and she could feel some ungrounded anger and sometimes some real hopelessness as well. And so definitely there is some grounding that needs to take place, and so I'll give you a video on that, and also on journaling. And I think you can pick whatever one you want to think of that you want to start, getting in touch with this page here. And teaching you to ground and get back in your body will also help you get in touch with your intuition, which is your inner guidance, which will tell you which way to go, right? And you start to follow that. And so let's see what message here is the last one. Oh, I like the card for you. It's called Take Flight. So let's see what Take Flight is telling you. Sounds very much related to this creative direction. It's time to come out of seclusion. You no longer need to hide or try to protect yourself from the world around you. You are moving into a new stage of life where stepping out is important for your emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. It's time to start making new friends and social connections. It's very interesting that you had that death card where you need to step away maybe from people. You may find yourself being drawn to join groups, take classes, or engage in social activities. Just as the butterfly is drawn to a flower's nectar, you will find that getting out into the world and being with others will be a source of soul food for you. Your soul is ready to shine its light. It is only your human mind that feels it is not ready. And we talked about your mind and getting back into your body, right? Be brave and let yourself out of the cocoon of protection you have created. And that's your ego that will create that cocoon for you. You cannot fight your destiny. You can only fight yourself. It's time to take flight. You know how the universe works. Like it or not, if there is something we are meant to be doing, we will eventually find ourselves doing it, no matter how much we resist it. So take a deep breath and just take one step forward to what brings you joy. The rest will take care of itself. Wow. All right, so I want you to have compassion for yourself, Scorpio, for what you're working through. Your own healing journey is the most difficult journey you'll ever take in your life, but it's the most important one. So take care, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.